I'm going to do a podcast talking about my animatic storyboard and analyse it, and how I'm going to translate it when actually filming my trailer. I'm going to stick to the normal codes and conventions of a trailer and begin it with the traditional trailer green screen, followed by my institution. I'm going to start my trailer with my main character slowly walking with a close up of his feet, followed by a close up with the back of his head, and then proceeding on to my second character, who is his brother, doing the exact same thing with a close up of his feet, and then followed by a close up of the back of his head again. Going on to my first character going into an office, receiving good news from his peers, followed by the opposite brother going into an office where he's alone and in a dark room with low key lighting, just trying to translate the difference between my two characters to show the division between their lifestyles. Obviously, backed up by the title of the film, which is going to be Divide. Following on from that, well, I'm going to have a title screen saying from the director of Beautiful Lie, which is a short film I made last year. Then I'm proceeding on to I'm going to pan over some photos of me and one of my friends as we were younger. I'm trying to play on that from pictures of the two brothers when they were younger, which is a common thing I've seen in drama films. Then a fade to black quickly, followed on to another transition of both brothers going into both their homes, one in high key lighting in a big house, then low key lighting to demonstrate obviously the difference again. Then into another fade to black quickly, which is quite often you see in trailers. Then proceeding on to my first character picking up a phone call, followed by a fade to black really quickly. The phone call, there will be some dialogue in that. I'm hearing about his mother becoming sick, which is kind of the main plot of the trailer. After that, I'm gonna have a scene with my first character and one of the supporting characters talking about suggesting going home, as he hasn't seen his mother or his brother for quite some time. And then so a long shot of my first character at a graveyard. This is going to be some context as the two brothers' father has died. Then I'm going to add in some variation with angles and do a low angle close up at the graveyard. Then I'm going to move on to some title screens with the two actors who are going to play the two main brothers, which will be me and a pair. Following on from those title screens, I'm going to have two close-ups of both characters, informing the audience of who those title screens are talking about. My 30th shot on this animatic storyboard is a dialogue between the second brother and their sick mother, which is driving the plot, discussing the fact that they haven't seen the other brother for quite some time. Then another title screen hinting at the release date of the film, followed by another title screen, which is like a slogan or a tagline for the film, which is kind of relevant to the plot and typical of a drama film. Followed by that, we're going to have a close-up of a phone, which is going to be a sequence in the trailer of one of the characters picking up a phone and the other character looking like this close-up here, looking as if he's calling him. But there's going to be pure silence, as I don't think both characters are not going to have much to say to each other. Followed by a shot in a rear view mirror of a car. I thought this would be a good way of getting a reflection working with the camera. This is going to be the first meeting of the two brothers in the film, just a hint for the audiences. It's only going to be a 2-second shot. Another fade to black here, followed by another title screen, which is going to be a split title screen. If I just rewind that a second, you'll see the first part here reading, "You can't outrun." Then I'm going to have a shot of the first character running as he's got back into his own town, and then followed by "Your past" afterwards. This is going to be a shot of both characters facing each other, kind of divided in the screen, like one on the right side, one on the left side. Kind of took inspiration by the interrogation scene between the Joker and Batman in The Dark Knight. Then a few shots after this is just dialogue between the two brothers, kind of like uh, a fast transition at the end of a trailer, which is quite typical as the trailer starts to kick in. Then again, an argument between the two brothers. This is just kind of getting toward the end of the trailer now, trying to um, close up the film, try and get as much dialogue which would encourage audience to see the film later on. Casting screens here, seeing starring who's going to be in the film, and then the actual film title, which will be in the film reading Divide, followed by finally the institution, the production company's release date, and then finally some social media presence as well. I'll list underneath these social media sites the websites and official pages that audiences could visit if they wanted to get more behind the scenes on the film. So that's it. That's my podcast going through my Animatic storyboard.